Melissa Fifield, three-time most popular driver in the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, but she's making her Smart Modified Tour debut here at Caraway for the Revolutionary 99. What's got you down south? I know you got married and you moved down here, but what's got you running this tour?
So I went to a lot of Smart Tour races last year. My husband works for a team here, and I just fell in love with the Smart Tour. Obviously, it's close to my now new home, but I love the series, and I'm really looking forward to it.
So why did you choose Caraway?
Well, I chose this weekend. Once I was medically cleared, I saw that on my calendar, and I thought 4th of July, what better time to get back into the race car on this great country, and had it marked for a while now.
So a lot of people have followed along. Some people maybe on Flo don't know your journey, your battle that you're going on. Last fall, you had an announcement. Tell me what you're battling and how it's going.
So last fall I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and everything. I'm in remission now, so everything is going well. I'm healed up. I had a double mastectomy back in November, right after I got married. 4 days after I went up for surgery, so that was our honeymoon, and just been recovering then, getting my strength back from surgery, and luckily I didn't need chemo or radiation, and so just some medication to keep it under control. But I'm very thankful for all the help and all the support online. I saw all the messages and all the prayers, and I can't thank everyone enough, and it's just an honor to be able to be back here in the car, and I'm just so excited.
So when you get into that race car, though, how much is that healing?
Oh, when I was able to get in the car and just test, it was like nothing around you you're on your mind at all, and you're just focused on the car, and it's a huge healing. I kind of feel like part of me is getting back to normal. I don't know that I'll ever be totally normal, but that part of me is back, and I'm really excited to have that.
What type of strength have you drawn from the people, the fans, the supporters? At a time in your career, there's been times of up and down where people have criticized you. But in the racing family, when something happens, everybody comes together. What sort of strength have you drawn from that?
Yeah, I had quite a few people reach out, especially on the Smart Tour here, and Chris reaching out, asking how my recovery is going, and just people I never met before. Susan Hartwell sent me a message, and we become friends, and just the support from the racing community was fantastic. Whenever I needed help from someone that kind of went through it, they were there for me, asking any questions, and kind of kept me going, kept me motivated to get right back in the car.
All right, what's a good day for you today?
Well, I want to survive. I know this. I watched this race last year when Bobby won, and it got a little chaotic at the end. So, make it through the first stage, hoping put a tire on towards like lap 70, 60 if there's a yellow, and go. So, new thing for me is going to be tire management with only having that one tire. So, a little bit of a learning curve. Obviously, I've never raced here at Caraway, but I'm pretty excited and looking forward to it.
Oh, Melissa Fifield, she's a badass. She's a cancer survivor, and she's back here racing a modified with the Smart Modified Tour.
Melissa Fifield will start 27th in tonight's Revolutionary 99. And there you can see the car is starting to line up on the infield here at Caraway Speedway. Victory lane ceremonies continuing for the limited late models. We'll take a quick break here on FloRacing, and we will return with the War of the Modifieds of the Revolutionary 99.
FloRacing presents the Smart Modified Tour, powered by Pace-O-Matic. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get boiling, and drivers, start your engine!
Well, I burn my rubber on the weekend, fast as I can. And I'm mine at the finish line. You can leave me there, 'cause I'm always on the run. Well, we don't go home till the job gets done. Till the job gets done.
Road from the Zoo City, Asheboro, North Carolina. Yes, indeed, they have a zoo there, the North Carolina Zoological. Sophia, North Carolina. This racetrack just under a half mile in length. And tonight, the Mighty Modifieds on the title card here with the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. It's the revolutionary 99. A tradition for the Smart Modified Tour for so many years, and a great field of 27 modifieds on hand for this 99-lap race here tonight. This is in central North Carolina. We race in Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina with the Smart Modified Tour. This is race number 7 on the season. We're going to take a quick look at the point standing. Are getting lined up in the infield in their starting order. We do have a little bit of rain just to the east of us. We believe it's breaking up, but we're in hurry-up mode here tonight. So let's take a look at those modified point standings coming into this one. Luke Baldwin with the lead. He's got one victory to his credit. Paulie Hartwig, man, that 15-year-old has been sensational this year. 23 points behind Baldwin. Then Ryan Newman, the hottest driver on the circuit with 2 wins this year, 3rd in the point standings. Jake Crum, who was on fire early, back to 4th. And Joey Braun has been a pleasant surprise this year with the Smart Modified Tour in that 79 car, rounding out the top 5. You see Joey Coulter, Jack Baldwin, Jonathan Cash, Burt Myers, and Daniel Yates all in the mix for the title hunt this year as we approach the midway point in the season. So that's the points and how they shake out coming into this race at Caraway Speedway here tonight. Cars now pulling on the racetrack, and I believe it's just about a good time to meet your starting lineup for the revolutionary 99 here today, presented by Williams Auction Company. If you need something in terms of an auction, they serve North Carolina and Virginia. Give them a call. So here are the starters for tonight's Revolutionary 99 for the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. On the point for this one, in fact, the entire front row owned by New Jersey Speedsters. In the number 25, it's the 2-time winner here in Tour Type Modified competition out of Freehold, New Jersey, Danny Bone in that Andretti prepared race car. To his outside, making his first ever start with the Smart Modified Tour, and today's Pace-O-Matic Pole Award winner, the 31 of Kyle Scisco, the second-generation modified racer. In that second row on the inside, you talk about a second-generation race car driver, none better than this one right here. Carson Lofton out of Lexington, North Carolina, the winner here last year. One of his 5 wins on the season came right here at Caraway Speedway. He will line up 3rd. To his outside, the fast man in qualifying 3 times this year. He was 2nd in qualifying. He'll start 4th because of the redraw here today. Bryce Bailey out of Waverly, New York in the Shady Grady Racing 15. A great qualifying effort on the inside of row number 3 for the 77 of Gary Putnam, a former winner here on the Smart Series. His outside, the defending champ and current point leader, the 7VA of Luke Baldwin, a 7th place finish, his best here at Caraway. Back in 7th, the 02 Gray Ghost machine for Joey Coulter, the former NASCAR Truck Series winner and 2-time winner here in the Smart Modified Tour. To his outside, Burt Myers, a 14-time winner here at Caraway Speedway in Tour-type modified competition. He's in the CitraSafe Grill Cleaners #1. Rounding out the top 10, the 04, the Kevin Says Yes.com machine, a 5-time winner here in Tour-type modified competition, sits Brandon Ward. And his outside, the young gun, 16-year-old Slate Myers, a 4th generation of the Myers family to run modifieds in the 4. Just outside the top 10, the 7NY of Jack Baldwin, one of the Racing Electronics Rookie of the Year competitors in that white night car. To his outside, the 73 of Paulie Hartwig. Hartwig, just 15 years old, winner at Hickory and 2nd place in points coming into this one. 13th place, maybe it'll be lucky for Carter McMurray, the son of Jamie McMurray. He's 11th in the point standings. And to his outside, Ryan Newman in the 2. That's the Shitty Coolers machine. In the next row, starting 15th, this guy sits 4th in the series point standings. A now converted late model stock car to modified guy, Jake Crum in the 99. To his outside, the 16, in the 16th spot, the 33 of Karsten DeJohn Tommaso, a winner last year at the Garden State Classic at Wall Stadium in New Jersey. 17th, the 45 of Jack Handley Jr., a 3-time winner in NASCAR modified competition at Riverhead Raceway in Long Island, New York. And on the outside, Tommy Buzzy, 2 top 10s here last year at Caraway Speedway. He's in the 5. Starting 19th, the 79 of Joey Braun, 5th in points, 2 consecutive 5th place finishes for that 79 ride. And his outside, Jay Cash, 8th in points in the 16. Starting 21st, Anthony Bello, a 3rd place run here last September. A very good showing for him. He's now in the 12 PA. The 21 of Jimmy Wallace, 5th here a few years ago. He's in that 21 car. He'll start 22nd. Jeremy Gerstner won a tour-type modified show here, the 55. He'll start 23rd. Cody Norman, brand new machine here for the 8-time crate modified winner in 24th. 25th, Daniel Yates in the 18. 26, Jason Tutterow in the 22. And then Melissa Fifield in the 01, making her first series start. Folks, on your feet. This is our salute to open wheels, to chrome horns, and 600 horsepower. The ground pounders, the mod squad. This is the Smart Modified Tour. I don't think I've ever run through a starting lineup that quick before, but at least you know where your favorite drivers are starting in this 99-lap quest here tonight. Race number 7 on the season of 14. Yes, we'll be at the midway point of the season after this race here tonight. We're letting the heat build up in the tires. The engines get warm. They've been sitting since qualifying, which occurred at 6:30 here today. It was hot and humid, near 90 degrees, but it has cooled off into the high 70s this evening here at Caraway Speedway. Two hungry drivers on the front row for this one. Danny Bone in that 25, second start with this team, second start in the Smart Modified Tour this year. They had a really good run at Franklin County Speedway about a month ago. Now they have some good sponsors on the side of that race car. They believe they're going to be able to go the entire distance for the remainder of the racers, thanks to Cutting Edge, Alpine Partners, BKA Properties, Dancer Farms, and more. Everybody being given the 1 to go sign. We are going racing for 99 laps next time by. We hope you've enjoyed this Independence Day weekend with your families and your friends, and we appreciate you spending part of it with us at the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. We are proud and thankful to be here tonight at the home for so many years of modified racing in the South, Caraway Speedway. The fireworks off of turn number 2. Folks, God bless our troops, God bless America, and by the grace of God and 600 horsepower, we are blessed with modifieds in the revolutionary 99 at Caraway Speedway. Danny Bone in the 25, able to grab that top spot from the onset here. Battle is for second. Carson Lofton on the inside. Kyle Scisco on the outside. Scisco, a winner last year at Wall Stadium in Belmar, New Jersey. Scisco, very strong in that number 31. He set fast time in qualifying. Fourth place run for him a couple of years ago here in the North-South Shootout, which is a tradition at the end of the season. Oh, bad break for Cody Norman, making his first start of the season in that number 12 machine. Cody Norman finished 7th here last September in the modified show for the Smart Modified Tour, but right now up against the wall. That's a brand new race car for Cody Norman, and it looks like he might have some right front damage on that car. That car being built by the Orlando family with their ProFab modified chassis. Cody has done so well this year. A couple of wins here at Caraway in the crate modifieds. He's got 8 total wins here in crate modified competition, but bad break for Cody Norman here early in the Revolutionary 99. A big thank you as we take a look from our drone coverage brought to you by CitraSafe as well as Carolina Drilling. CitraSafe, you can't say enough about them. And by the way, it is 4th of July weekend. You need yourself some CitraSafe, the best grill cleaner on the market. Get it at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, and more. It takes just a second, and it's the best cleaner for your grill to prepare for some good old cooking in the summer months. We mentioned earlier today that Melissa Fifield is with us. We mentioned those 158 NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour starts. Well, the 01 is making her first start with the Smart Modified Tour in that race car here at Caraway Speedway. She's planning to do another 3 shows before the end of the season. Back here at Caraway, September 6th, in October at Tri-County Speedway in Granite Falls, North Carolina, and of course at North Wilkesboro Speedway. And North Wilkesboro was her last event in a modified. That came last October. And the day after that event, she announced that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She fought hard. She had surgery back in November and has recovered, and now she's back racing with us once again. I spoke to Melissa here today. She's very excited. She feels like she loves modified racing, and she just wants to get out there and participate. She wants to compete. She's done it for so long with the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour. She now lives down here with her husband in Huntersville, North Carolina, and she would like to make the Smart Modified Tour her home. And it's nice to have her here today at Caraway Speedway for this race. So we wish her the best of luck in today's event. Just one lap complete before Cody Norman came to a stop at the top of turn number 2. And that's a bad break for Cody. Third-generation race car driver. Man, that family, Mike, Storm and Mike, done so much for so long. And now he's handed over the reins to his son, Cody. And Cody was so excited to come here to Caraway Speedway. He does a great job in some of his freelance business, which is designing graphics and so forth for a lot of these competitors, including some of what you see on the Smart Modified Tour social as well. But this is not the way he wanted to start his race. So we hope they can get that car fixed and he can come back out. The next time the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic races won't be for just about 2 months. The Labor Day weekend spectacular, we call it the Smart Beach Trip. On Friday, August 29th, we'll head to New River All-American Speedway in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And then the next day, just down the road about 40 minutes, we will be racing at Carteret County Speedway in Swansboro, North Carolina. So if you like modified racing, you like the beach, you like good seafood, that is a bucket list trip. You need to get out there and come and join us as we have a lot of fun. We go racing Friday, Saturday, and all of us hit the beach on Sunday to grab some sun, because we all know we're racers, right? So we need some vitamin D. And we usually wear long pants at the racetrack while we put on the shorts and maybe hop in the ocean a little bit all around the coast of North Carolina. That'll be a lot of fun. So Danny Bone was able to grab the top spot in the initial start of this race. He'll refire in a couple of moments in the Pace-O-Matic restart zone. Carson Lofton is second. Third is Kyle Scisco. Man, his dad Brian just has been so good for so many years around modifies as a wrench, behind the wheel, and you name it. Great to see that family here today. I've known them for years, and they plan to run a couple of more of these shows before the end of the season. We're proud to have him here. Jack Hanley Jr. is on pit road in that number 45 car. Jack, a three-time winner at Riverhead Raceway in NASCAR modified competition, but a multi-time champion as well. Second place, by the way, on the all-time blunderbuss win list at Riverhead. He's got a couple championships there, a couple championships in the trucks as well. But Jack is here running, and he said this car, you're going to see it a couple more times this year, but he's so busy in everything he's doing with business and so forth, he's going to probably hand over the reins to his brother Max. So be interesting to see what happens with that 45 car, and that family might be taking a run at Rookie of the Year honors next year in the Smart Modified Tour. We would be proud to have them as part of our series. Great crowd on hand here tonight, and they're feisty. They want to see some racing. We've seen limited late models, mini stocks, the crate modifieds on hand, and it looks like we will be getting the one to go signal. Indeed we do. Next time by, they will fire off of turn number 4, and we will go racing once again. I love this shot right here. Just beautiful. Thanks to Philip Dixon and everybody at Bryson Brothers Aerial Services, as well as Citrus Safe Grill Cleaners and Carolina Drilling for providing unique looks for our broadcast here from the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic on FloRacing. Front row for this one consisting of the 25 of Danny Bone and the 23 of Carson Lofton. New Jersey and North Carolina on the front row, coming back to the green flag. Kyle Scisco and Bryce Bailey in that second row. Here they are in the Pace-O-Matic restart zone now, awaiting the green flag. Bone easily grabs the top spot. Carson Lofton files into second. Lofton, 3 races here last year, that win in the Warrior 100 early in the season that had trouble, honestly, in the next 2 races here. Oh, big wreck on the front stretch, and it's one of the contenders here today in that KevinSaysYes.com Q104.1 machine for Brandon Ward. Ward, a part-time runner here. Bad break for him. He won the race for the Smart Modified Tour last September at this racetrack. And you can see that car resting upon the inside retaining wall with some heavy left side damage, certainly to the left front suspension. He's going to be done for the day. Bad break for Brandon Ward, who has seen so much success here at this racetrack over the years. He's raced late model stock cars here, Pro Cup here, of course Tour type modifieds as well. So Brandon Ward, one of the true gentlemen of the sport out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, won the NASCAR Modified Championship at Bowman Gray a couple of years ago. By the way, Bowman Gray off this weekend, and that's why we're racing here at Caraway Speedway. But you can watch all the coverage of all the action at Bowman Gray Speedway every week on FloRacing. But Brandon Ward, we mentioned, 5 Tour-type modified wins here throughout his career, but his day ends early on lap number 2 in the Revolutionary 99. There is the mark where Brandon Ward hit the inside retaining wall. Hard lick for that 0-4. Not exactly sure how that happened, but the damage on his car, as you can see on our FloRacing broadcast, very extensive to the left front suspension area. So bad break early on, just 2 laps into this 99-lap race. 2 cautions already for the Smart Modified Tour. I want to say a big thank you to Pace-O-Matic, who has assembled an incredibly talented team from top to bottom, built on the grounds of integrity, innovation, and compliance, all of which aligns perfectly with the world of motorsports. As an entertainment company that develops gaming software that players love to play, Pace-O-Matic is all about giving back to local communities, small businesses, and now motorsports as well. To learn more about their history, businesses, charitable works, and products, check out them on social media or visit their website at paceomatic.com. That's Pace-O-Matic, proud supporter of grassroots initiatives and proud presenting sponsor of the Smart Modified Tour. So this is a red flag condition here in this 99-lap race because of that damage that Brandon Ward sustained when that car hit the inside wall. Brandon's been busy this year. Done very well with victories in the NASCAR Modified competition in Winston-Salem, North Carolina at Bowman Gray Stadium. Was hoping for one here tonight, but there you see the cars sitting. The only car that's missing out of the top 5 is your leader right there, who's just ahead of that, Danny Bone, but Carson Lofton in that red 23 is that second place car. Scisco, Bailey, and Luke Baldwin, the top 5. I was looking at the preview monitor, not the program monitor. Yeah, my Matt Smith reminds me of my producer. He keeps me straight here. But we have several different cameras to show you here tonight, and a lot happening here at Caraway Speedway, and this culminates the evening with the Revolutionary 99.
Jostens is the most trusted partner in celebrating moments that matter, with their mission resting on 3 simple words: capture, celebrate, inspire. This thought process has led the Smart Modified Tour to develop one of the most unique works of art in all of motorsports, the Smarty Trophy. From the same company that develops championship rings and trophies for NASCAR, the NFL, Major League Baseball, and more, Jostens helped us develop the race and championship winning hardware that it truly embodies the characteristics of all modified legends from both North and South. To learn more, visit jostens.com. That's Jostens, the provider of the Smart Modified Smarty Trophy and proud sponsor of the Lap Leader Award in 2023.
Looks like the cars are now circulating the racetrack, getting ready to get this race restarted. It's been a slow start for the Smart Modified Tour, powered by Pace-O-Matic here at Caraway Speedway. 2 cautions in the opening 2 laps. Lots of stories to tell in this one. We've talked to you about several drivers in the top 5, and we have cars actually coming down pit road right now. A big surprise, actually. The 79, the Hillbilly Motorsports car of Joey Braun, who sits 5th in the point standings. I can see if we go tighter on that car. He's been shaking his hand like, hey, look at this crew. And they're rushing back to the truck right now because something is awry on that EME Industrial number 79. He's had a fantastic year so far with 2 consecutive top 5 finishes. He started the season with a top 5 run at Florence as well. That team trying to get that car started. No, they're just pushing it, trying to figure out exactly what's wrong there with the 79 for Joey Braun. He's able to refire and he will rejoin the field. Fortunately, he's going to rejoin the field but not lose any laps. That's the Citrus Safe juice cone right there. And that's where drivers with one to go get to choose inside or outside. And really kind of the same lineup that we see, before this caution coming to the restart this time by, with Danny Bone and Carson Lofton on the front row. Burt Myers, by the way, having a pretty good run here. We mentioned 14 wins in tour-type modified competition at this racetrack. Burt Myers having a difficult year, hoping to rebound. He sits 9th in the point standings coming into this race. Back to the Pace-O-Matic restart zone. Danny Bone trying to take control of this one. He's going to fire right there. He's done that 3 straight times in this race and gets the advantage going into turn number 1. Scisco tries to go on the inside of that white car of the 23 of Carson Lofton. Can't do it. Battle for 4th. Luke Baldwin on the inside of Bryce Bailey. Bailey in the K2 barbecue sauce is number 15. The Pace-O-Matic 7VA of Luke Baldwin. Baldwin, not good luck here last year. Baldwin going for 4th right here. Baldwin, his top run last year, a 7th place effort. That was a big surprise with how consistent that car had been. He's able to move up into the 4th spot, dropping the 15 of Bryce Bailey back to 5th. Behind that, though, here comes Gary Putnam. Putnam having a whale of a ride here today. Putnam, we haven't seen him run this well in a while. Had a good qualifying effort in the top 10. Started up there and now just outside the top 5 in that blue 77 machine. Jack Baldwin behind that in the white 7 New York. Jack Baldwin competing for Racing Electronics Rookie of the Year honors this year with the Smart Modified Tour. He sits 7th in the standings coming into this race. There's the aforementioned Burt Myers behind him. Myers, cool looking paint scheme on Burt Myers' car. That's the number 1 car. You see that camo scheme right there. And he's got some good-looking wrap on that car. Here comes Jack Baldwin now to the inside of the 77. Baldwin on the move early. Jack and I were talking yesterday. I thought he had a crate modified win here, but he has never won at Caraway Speedway. Coming off a top 10 run at Franklin County Speedway about a month ago, the last start. We had the last race with the Smart Modified Tour. Just to show you everybody in the top 10. Behind that, you see, behind Burt Myers, you see the 73 of Paulie Hartwig. That 73 car. That kid is just 15 years old. At the end of April, he scored his first Smart win. That came at Hickory Motor Speedway. He sits 2nd in the point standings right now and have himself a good run, actually being scored in 9th. But here comes Joey Coulter to the inside. He picks off the spot, and that's Paulie Hartwig. He'll wait. Ryan Newman going for the spot as well. That's going to knock Paulie Hartwig outside the top 10. As Ryan Newman in that shitty Coolers number 2. Not a good day for him, honestly. Poor qualifying effort, hoping to claw his way up through the field here today because he's won twice already this year. Everybody going by the 73. Slate Myers in the 4 car has moved up. The 5 car of Tommy Buzzy, that Alpine Partners machine in the number 5. He's having a good run as well, so Buzzy now able to get up to 12th. And here comes Jonathan Cash in the 16. That's another one of those Pace-O-Matic Sadler Stanley Racing rides. Jimmy Wallace in the top 15 in that black and silver Carolina drilling machine. And there's Anthony Bello. Bello going to the inside of Jimmy Wallace. We're showing you action all throughout the field here. Bello trying to pick off 16th from Jimmy Wallace and is able to do so. Back up front, Danny Bone with about a 4 or 5 car length lead over 2nd place running Carson Lofton. And Danny Bone really excited. He and Andretti, the car owner on this one, because they have Cutting Edge that has come on board here and is helping them make sure that they can make it to the rest of the races this season. 25 car looks stout here tonight, and that's exactly what we expected out of this team because they are just so strong. And because of Cutting Edge Stoneworks and Mitch G doing such a great job in supporting that team, they will be at the beach trip coming up August 29th and 30th down on the coast of North Carolina. Burt Myers has been able to move by Gary Putnam, now Joey Coulter moving up as well. Those cars in the top 10 moving up some spots. So you got Joey Coulter now moving up to the 8th spot. Ryan Newman trying to move up to 9th, and that would knock the 77 of Gary Putnam back to 10th. Tommy Buzzy in that red, black, and white number 5 just outside the top 10. Putnam struggling a little bit early in this race. Kyle Scisco, what a great story there for this kid. Brand new race car here, a Fury machine. They debuted and put it on the Pace-O-Matic pole here today. Burt Myers now trying to go to the inside of Jack Baldwin. Burt Myers trying to pick up another spot and a battle for the 6th spot. Myers able to get it done. You talk about a place that would be perfect for him to kind of break his tough luck string. This would be it. He's always been so good here at Caraway. Coulter kind of pushes the 7NY up a little bit. Coulter going to be able to get the spot. And Ryan Newman just staying right with Joey Coulter. They're pseudo teammates at Coulter Motorsports. And Newman a little bit loose coming off the corner, and that's interesting because Newman went way down the racetrack. And if you look at this racetrack as they go down here, down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4, they used to have a concrete apron on the bottom of the racetrack. Well, that concrete apron they removed, for this year. And now the modifieds, it's like it used to be here. I think you're going to see some modifieds below that white line later on in the race. Buzzy trying to move by Putnam as well. Putnam occupies that last spot in the top 10, but Buzzy says, I want it. Buzzy's only competed twice with the Smart Modified Tour this year. Had himself a top 10 run at the end of April at Hickory Motor Speedway. Tommy Buzzy up to 10th. There's the gap between 1st and 2nd and 2nd and 3rd. If I were a betting man, I'd say Danny Bone is not pushing that car to the extreme right now. Just to remind everybody, if you haven't watched a Smart Modified Tour event, all these teams have one tire at their disposal to be taken at any time during the race. Look at that move. Wow. Scisco on the outside of Carson Lofton. Scisco back to 2nd. So the New Jersey boys back up top. Rutgers territory over Tar Heel guy, the 23 of Carson Lofton. Further back, it's a crazy scene right there as Bryce Bailey is in the number 15 car. Bailey runs in 5th. Behind him, Burt Myers, Joey Coulter, Ryan Newman, Jack Baldwin. Luke Baldwin right in front of Bryce Bailey. Bailey's had a tough year, man. 3 Pace-O-Matic pole awards in that red and white number 15 there. The kid's just flat out good. Ran some B mods upstate New York. Has run some ROC events as well, but has made a home for himself this year with Shady Grady Racing on the Smart Modified Tour. And he's had bad luck. Has always been fast and always been in the top 10 until maybe some contact with another racer, mechanical failure, whatever it may be. He struggled just a little bit here this year, but it's not because of talent. This kid who works for Rick Ware Racing is going to the inside of Luke Baldwin. Bailey stuck his nose down on the bottom. Baldwin gave him room, but the caution is now out, and that is the end of Bell Helmets stage number 1 at the conclusion of lap 30. The top 3 will be awarded some extra points towards their championship equation, as well as some extra cash. Danny Bone, the winner of Bell Helmets stage 1 with the Smart Modified Tour. We want to say a big thank you to Bell Helmets, not only for sponsoring our series, but for providing the safety equipment that they do. Their helmets, they are top of the line. And if you ever want to check them out, go to Bell Racing headquarters on social media. They're always promoting their product. But if you're a racer watching here tonight on FloRacing, no matter whether it's a mini stock, a street stock, or maybe, the E-Series, ARCA, you name it, Bell Helmets. Safe racing equipment for drivers around the country, and we appreciate their support. We appreciate all they do from a safety factor for racing around America. By the way, it's never too early to start planning for your future, and it's never too late to ensure that you and your family are prepared for whatever life may bring. Thankfully, Bankers Life has agents who are eager to get to know you personally, listen to your concerns and priorities, and fully understand what you and your family need. To find an agent that is best suited for your needs, visit their website at bankerslife.com. Insurance solutions, retirement planning, financial management, and everything in between. That's Bankers Life, bankerslife.com. We got a bunch of people on pit road. Second time for Joey Braun in that black and orange machine. You see Jeremy Gerstner in the 55 car. He had a miserable time with that car, both in qualifying and practice earlier today. His crew assessing that car, making some tire pressure changes, and looks like a front suspension change to that race car as well. So Gerstner, he actually won a Tour Type Modified race here in March. It was not a Smart Modified Tour event, but they did have a Tour Type race here, and he was the winner of it. Jeremy has won here twice in modified competition, so we'll see if these changes make a difference for the 55 here today. And by the way, we saw Daniel Yates also on the racetrack. Daniel Yates in the number 18 machine, top 10 in points, and having himself a very good year for the first time as a full-time competitor, not a part-time competitor. Another car on pit road, Karsten John Tommaso. He's got the John Blewett ink on the side of that race car. And by the way, Jimmy Blewett, if you're listening, we're rooting for you, man. A big congratulations to James on that win in the sportsman class at Wall Stadium a few weeks back. Jimmy, we cannot wait to see you back behind the wheel of a race car. We love you, we miss you, and we hope you return to the Smart Modified Tour in 2026. By the way, the car that Jimmy drove last year, the Mount Airy Toyota, that's Jake Crum behind the wheel of that car. He said, I'm just keeping it warm right now for Jimmy Blewett. But Jake Crum, maybe they can go with a two-car effort, because it would be great to see Jake Crum and Jimmy Blewett with the Tomatoes. Bad break right now for Paulie Hartwick. He comes down. We saw him lose a lot of spots. And right now, his dad and his team looking at the front end of that race car, trying to get it dialed in for Paulie in this race. Paulie, you see that car going up in the air. They're really surveying what they need to do with the front end of that car. Hopefully, no damage to that race car that's going to keep him out of the rest of this race. By the way, he was the spotter in the Crate Modified race for the winner, Jackson Casper. So that was pretty interesting, too. Paulie's been busy here on a very hot day in Sophia, North Carolina. Carson Lofton has been right in the thick of things during this race. He sits in that third spot, still youngster. He's still a teenager. And this kid showed what we thought he could do behind the wheel here last year on the Smart Modified Tour with 5 wins. Was right in the thick of the championship hunt right until the finale at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Carson, the son of Brian Lofton, who has won a bunch of races here on the Smart Modified Tour for years, a former NASCAR Whelen Southern Modified Tour champion. But Carson has been switching gears a little bit this year and running the full fendered ranks with the Cars Tour late model stock cars, the ZMAX Cars Tour. And it's been nice to see his progression there as well. Best finish of 4th for him. We're proud of Carson Lofton and what he's been able to do. And the Cars Tour late model stock cars and pro late models as well, they have really brought those type of race cars back to life here in the Carolinas and just beyond that as well. Heck, they went to Georgia this year. That's that Citrus Safe Choose cone. Drivers have gone by that. And it looks like we are going back green next time by. 25 of Bone on the point. He will be the first car to fire in the restart zone, and Kyle Scisco alongside. Scisco in that U.S. Coin Trust, Stones, Parts, and Performances, good-looking brand new number 31 here at Caraway Speedway. He's going to be running several times with us through the remainder of the year. Danny Bone in the Pace-O-Matic restart zone fires, and we are racing again at Caraway. Scisco thinks better about jumping to the outside of Danny Bone because Carson Lofton might have been able to fill the gap there. Luke Baldwin trying to go on the outside. We got a big one, big melee. In turn number 4, Tommy Buzzy is involved. I believe that's Jack Hanley Jr., Jonathan Cash in the black and yellow 16, the 77 of Gary Putnam, and Karsten D. John Tommaso, I apologize for that, in the black number 33 car. But it's Jonathan Cash who has been having what he thinks has been a very difficult year, even though Jonathan Cash came into this race 8th in points. He's been consistent, but has not been able to grab that win in the Smart Modified Tour just yet. 5 top 10 finishes, but that car has right front suspension damage on the Pace-O-Matic machine here in this race. He takes off his gloves. Looks like the driver's net is down, so Jonathan Cash, trouble here at Caraway in the Revolutionary 99. Second red flag condition of this race coming at lap number 30 here for the Smart Modified Tour. What we'll do while we see Jonathan Cash's car up against the outside retaining wall, we'll take a quick break here. Nope, we're going to see a replay. We have a replay thanks to Matt Smith and our team here at FloRacing. We'll take a look at that first to see exactly what happened. Jonathan Cash is that black and yellow car in the middle of 3 and 4. And it looks like Tommy Buzzy just kind of lost it. Maybe a tire going down on Buzzy, and then he slides up the racetrack. Nowhere to go for Jonathan Cash. Great job by Matt Smith here to show us exactly what happened down in turns 3 and 4, where we see the 16 sitting up against the outside retaining wall. Now we'll go to break. We'll come back with more racing action in the Revolutionary 99 for the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic.